Hi. Crash course in economics for the elections. Number one, inflation. What caused inflation? Was it Biden's fault? No, not really. Not really. Inflation was caused by the epidemic. I'm talking about the recent bout of inflation where things in America as well as in Europe, which was where I'm living right now, were very high. It was as bad in Europe as it was in America, so it had nothing to do with Biden. It had nothing to do with any political leader. It was the pandemic. Because inflation is sort of a supply and demand for goods and services. That's the price, right? It's determined by supply and demand. So what happened during COVID? Everything shut down. I mean, not everything, but you know what I mean. Everything slowed down dramatically, and people were not spending as much because, well, like everything was closed, right? No movies, no theater, no trips. So then, once things start to get better, then people want to go and do stuff again, and they're able to go out and they want to shop and they want to build. I'm living in Switzerland. The price of wood for homes went up by 40% in 1 year. Is that Biden's fault? So stop. I don't like the rhetoric. I really wish people would understand. Number one, inflation is the rise in price level. If inflation is zero, the prices stay the same. So if inflation's zero, you go into the supermarket and you're like, hey, stuff is the same price as it was before. You're just dumb. I'm sorry, but I heard a lady today on CNN who was so stupid. She's from the Waffle House. God, anyway, I digress, but that's what prompted me to do this because I didn't understand just how people did not understand that concept. When prices go down, it's called deflation, and you don't want a big deflation either. That means that your economy is tanking, okay? So, a little bit of inflation is good. Maybe 1%, up to 2%, just fine. And I heard at 2.9%. We're getting there. So it's okay. It's a sign of growth. It means that people have more money in their pockets. So what happened to cause the big inflation was supply and demand. Suddenly people, they've got a bit of savings maybe, and suddenly things open up and they want to do things again. They want to purchase goods and services. So the demand for goods and services goes up, but the supply is not there because factories have been shut down. Workers have died. Okay? This is what caused inflation, the big inflation. And it's coming back now because we're all adjusting. Things are catching up. Supply chain shortages were real in many, many sectors. Like I told you, even here in Switzerland, wood, 40% in 1 year. 40%, because suddenly, people could build again and they wanted to build. The construction workers could get back to work. So that was a boom. So it was actually the fact the economy was coming back. It was a good thing at its roots. But the problem is that, there's a lag between the demand for the things and when they can be supplied. And now you notice inflation's not so bad, okay? Important is your income going up while inflation is going up. If wages outpace inflation, the real wages are rising, okay? Economists talk about real wages, real income, because, yeah, prices historically always go up. Candy bars cost 5 cents when I was a kid. Does that mean America was in a deep dive since then? So take care, and if you like this, if you find it useful, let me know. I can always do more. Bye-bye.